Hello everyone, Zelrant here, and for today's video on Umamusume, I thought we'd talk a little bit about the currency in the game, as I know it's a big contention that I've seen with a lot of people within the game because of them accelerating how quickly you're going to be getting banners, because, as we already know, the Japanese version was released 4 years ago, so we are 4 years behind, and so I've seen the estimates based on the current schedule they gave us for the month, that at this accelerated pace, if they keep this up, we should be catching up to the current point they're at within 2.5 years. So if you think about the amount of time you're losing there, that's a lot of dead time where you're getting like your dailies done and getting currency from that. If you use like the battle pass, or not the battle pass, but the monthly pass currently, you get currency from that as well on a daily basis. We're missing out on all of that over time due to the accelerated schedule. But one thing that I am really liking that I see, now I don't think they directly state it anywhere, but it does seem like they are just kind of randomly throwing extra currency at us to somewhat make up for that fact. Not just currency, but also just SSRs in general. Now, we'll have to see if this kind of keeps up, because this could just be a launch type thing. But just kind of looking through X, I mean, and I think anyone's been playing it daily like myself, you've probably noticed it. It seemed like every other day or every couple days, we got another mail with another big handout. I know we've gotten two support card SSRs now. And so if we look at it here, yeah, so the last one they just did was 22 hours ago where we got one. And then we had just a random 1,500 carats they gave out the day prior to that. And then I believe when they launched this one, there was another one down here somewhere. It may not be here on X, but I know we got another one in the mail. Then we have the part 2, where you get another SSR on the launch quest you have. You had the 7 days. This is the second 7 days. So seeing those events gives me hope that they are trying to make up for that to a certain extent with these extra rewards and stuff they'll be handing out, which I think is really good. One thing, I do like the accelerated schedule. I mean, just not having that dead time is going to actually be really fun in the game because we're always going to have stuff coming. It's just, as long as we can make up the currency so that we can actually keep up with getting onto polls. And that kind of brings into the point with Keshin Black. Keshin Black is coming up here in, I believe, 5 days. Yeah, it's the 11th right now, so it's coming out on the 16th. So if we actually look in a game here, which I currently have open, let's see here. I'm currently on the, well, I'm currently looking at the purchase stuff here. They didn't add anything in here. One thing I would hope they could do is maybe even add more limited options for the spenders as well. Because one thing is, if you are a spender, you're losing out on like your daily carats you're getting as well. But that's a minor point. That's for spenders, whatever. Someone who spends money. They just accept if they're going to get less over time from that. But kind of looking at where I'm at in terms of polls here. Now, I have my paid ones because I did spend money. And I will say I do have the monthly pass, so you can kind of count the however many days. What has it been, like 2 weeks now? So that's like 1,500, I'd say. From the daily crystal or carats that we get. So I'm already well over the 200. So even with the accelerated schedule and Keshin Black coming out on the 16th, if you've been very diligent with your currency, you will have enough to guarantee a spark on it. And very likely, if you go all the way, I mean, if you go all the way to the 200 plus some, like I will plan to do, you should hopefully, if luck permits, most people should get at least like 1 or 2 additional copies on top of that spark, which should be able to get them to around to be ready for when the half anniversary or whatever they'll consider that event for us, because of the accelerated schedule, where we'll get the unlock for the quality of life currency that allows you to add dupes to a card. So most people, like within half a year, should be able to max out a Keshin Black card if you are very diligent with your currencies as we get them in the game, which is very good because that is like the most important card in terms of having a account that can work well over a long period of time, because you can pretty much borrow everything else because you're going to kind of pick and choose depending on what build you're doing with, like if it's going to have stamina, acceleration cards, or wit cards. But you're always going to need speed, so it's the most important one. And we, thankfully, looking at what I currently have on the free side, everybody else should have about this as well. if they've been farming the game on a daily basis, of course. Have around that, which means everybody's going to be sitting pretty good. So that was the one big concern I've seen a lot of people talking about regarding Keshin Black, and I think it's pretty much been alleviated at this point for that card. We'll have to see how it goes into the future, but overall, everything's looking good. Having a ton of fun with the game, so we'll just kind of have to see what happens in the future. I just thought I'd kind of bring it up because I know that was a big concern I've seen people talking about with the accelerated schedule. But it's actually kind of, I think I had seen, it's kind of died down a little bit just from the fact that they've handed out all these extra things here. But that's pretty much it for now. Tomorrow I'm going to do another video on it, kind of talking about where you can get some additional carrots in the game. Because I know some people are probably looking at that I have over 30,000 and they may not have that that much. But there's a ton of like hidden little places that you can get some more carrots when it comes to trying to min-max that. But I'll do a full video on that tomorrow so people can prepare for Keshin Black. For now, I just wanted to just kind of bring up that I'm really happy that I am seeing they are at least giving out plenty of extra currency and handouts at this point in the game, and hopefully into the future to help us keep up as we accelerate towards catching up with Japan. Because that's the one big thing I'm actually excited for, and this is a long ways off still, because we have to catch up, and that's going to take a couple years at least. And once we're actually caught up with Japan, I think that's what it'll be when the fun will just really start getting, when you have no idea what's coming next. But we'll kind of have to see with that. But that's it for now. I just wanted to make a short video on that. And if you like my content, if you like, comment, and subscribe, it really helps. And thanks for watching.